Welcome back. Tonight we look back at some of the stories that shaped East Texas in 2025, from life and death court battles to tragedy, resilience, and moments of humanity that brought communities together. CBS 19's Robert De La Garza takes us through the defining moments that made headlines across our region and beyond.
In a case that's made statewide and national headlines, Robert Roberson's legal team has battled for 20 years to prove his innocence, and that fight continued in 2025. His attorneys have called for a review of the science behind the death of his daughter, Nikki Curtis. They claim Nikki died from pneumonia and other health complications.
We're not asking for Robert to walk out into the sunset. We're asking for a new trial.
His execution was scheduled for October of 2025, but just days before, the Court of Criminal Appeals granted his request for a stay of execution under the state's 2013 junk science law. His case will continue through 2026.
In Huntsville, Texas.
In September, after years of legal challenges, Blaine Milam became the 5th person in the state of Texas to be executed in 2025. He was the first person out of Rusk County to be executed ever.
He was convicted of the capital murder and sentenced to death for the December 2008 murder of his girlfriend's 13-month-old daughter.
As people protested outside, last-minute appeals to the Texas Board of Pardon and Paroles and the U.S. Supreme Court were denied. In April, 25-year-old Tyler police officer Sam Lively was in a crash while riding his motorcycle on Troop Highway near Loop 323. He was rushed to a local hospital where he later died from his injuries.
Kind of hard to acknowledge that he's gone. It's one of those things where you don't think it'll happen to you or somebody close to you. And like when it does, it hurts.
At the U.S. Capitol, Congressman Nathaniel Moran recognized Lively, calling him a rising star in East Texas law enforcement. Also in April, Wood County Deputy Melissa Pollard was killed in a crash near Quitman in Winsboro when her patrol unit struck an 18-wheeler. A candlelight vigil and memorial were held outside the Wood County Sheriff's Office days later, followed by a funeral procession later that month.
My mom really loved her job, and she obviously affected hundreds of people's lives that I didn't even realize until she was gone. Did I ever think that I would get that call this early in my life? Absolutely not.
Oh, is that? Oh my God.
In the Texas Hill Country, the city of Kerrville was rocked by the July 4th floods when the Guadalupe River rose 26 feet in just 45 minutes overnight. Lily and Paige Comerfield from East Texas were among those when the water rose, along with other campers, were forced to scramble to higher ground and escape the deadly floods.
I feel guilty that we were so safe and oblivious while they were living hell on earth.
And what was supposed to be a vacation tradition for 3 East Texas families, just 3 miles away from Camp Mystic, left dozens of families stranded and roads washed out. The Hutchinsons, Woods, and Kings all rushed to higher ground, helping others escape the rising waters. But once the storm passed, they continued to help where they could. They found a barbecue pit floating along debris and cooked for over 100 people, turning tragedy into a moment of comfort and community.
We started as strangers, and we have a connection that we'll never forget each other.
We dove into the East Texas roots of the wacky baseball team redefining the sport and met with the man behind the soundtrack. The Savannah Bananas DJ Jesse Collins is a Tyler ISD grad who returned to his former arts academy in May. A full circle moment to teach students that with passion, persistence, and a little creativity, dreams can really become a reality.
Have a really cool job because I worked hard and I applied myself when I could, and that's just what I want to teach every kid. Just apply yourself and you'll go far in life.
When it's summer, there's nothing better than putting on your swimsuit and hitting the pool. But a simple moment in Monona turned into a viral reminder of kindness after an East Texas couple noticed an eager 1-year-old waiting to get in the water. The child's mother shared the interaction on social media, and the video quickly spread, highlighting how small acts of kindness can make a big impact.
Noticed them kept looking at me, and she was like, "Give me that baby." I said, okay. So they played with him again. She was like, "I'm sorry, I don't have any grandkids. That's why I keep getting them." I was like, "That's fine." I mean, it was the sweetest thing ever, for real.
From moments of grief to laughter that fills stadiums, CBS 19 was honored to share so many of your stories this year, and we look forward to doing it all over again in 2026. For CBS 19, I'm Robert De La Garza.
Yahoo!